Once upon a time, but not so long ago, actually about 2 months ago, I had this idea for a channel discussing deep problems with an untrained mind. Mine. I picked the trolley problem and went with it. 3 videos in, I couldn't attract 1 viewer, let alone subscribers. So I thought about pivoting to lighter dilemmas, and I made Would You Rather Sing or Dance? A video posing the question, would you rather sing every time you speak or dance every time you walk? I thought that was pretty funny, but the reaction to my take was not. Still no viewers. So I had another idea. Look at other videos dealing with those problems and react to them. Instead of writing a lengthy comment on their channel that nobody will read, and I know because I did exactly that, I'll make a reaction video directly on my channel. I put the trolley problem into YouTube search. The first result was trolley problem memes, but taking them seriously by Alex O'Connor at Cosmic Skeptic. I watched it and immediately realized that I have so much to learn to this guy. So I went and wrote a script. Refined it 15 to 20 times, asked Gemini to review it, refined some more, asked ChatGPT to review it, refined some more. To make sure that I had the best version possible, I fed my last and final version to both AIs, then refined some more. I wrote the initial draft in 1 day, and with the help of AI, I have refined for another 10 to 14 days. You can fully appreciate the result in the following 8 to 10 minutes. And about Alex, after these 2 weeks, I had the brilliant idea to check his work. Why? I don't know why, but without me wanting it consciously, my gaze went down to the number of subscribers on his channel. Almost 2 million. I immediately went and checked all the content available on his channel and understood my mistake. I created a reaction video to a valuable, popular creator, and that is wrong on so many levels. Besides looking petty, like I wanted to rub some of his success on me, I also exposed myself to ridicule through the smugness of expressing naive opinions with the tone of a well-established professional. But work is work, and I don't want to throw away mine, so I kept the script and made a video out of it. You have the privilege to see it as follows. Enjoy! Hello, friends! For those who don't know me, and that will be the majority of you, let me tell you that I like to think about things. Why? Don't know. Just do. Today, I will revisit the trolley problem, and I will give you my thoughts as a response to nuances expressed by Alex O'Connor from Cosmic Skeptic. But first things first, for those not familiar with it, let's briefly explain the trolley problem. The most vanilla flavor sounds like this. A trolley is rushing down the tracks toward a junction. If no one intervenes, it will go forward and kill 5 people. However, you have the possibility to pull a lever, diverting the trolley to a secondary track where it will kill only 1 person. The question is, will you act? Will you pull the lever? That was the basic version, but there is another popular variant. In this one, there is a bridge before the junction. You and a fat man are standing on that bridge. You could push him onto the tracks, and by doing so, you will kill him but stop the trolley and save the 5. The question remains, will you act? Will you push the man? In the trolley problem, these 2 intervention mechanisms are combined with countless combinations of victims, 1 versus 5, alive versus simulated, purposeful versus pointless, so on and so forth. Some of those combinations are discussed even here on this site. But back to Alex we go. In his video, Trolley Problem Memes But Taking Them Seriously, as the title hints, he takes a shot at this dilemma. And why do I feel the need to react? Because although his thoughts are valid, they mostly do not address the real core dilemma of the trolley problem, which in my perspective focuses on outcomes by asking, given 2 possible outcomes, which one would you choose? Now, he structures his video in 5 problems, and I will also address it as such. Problem 1 analyzes whether the inner motivation of the person pulling the lever actually matter. Here, Alex discusses the nuance of motivation. For example, is there a difference between someone who sacrifices the one only to save the five, and someone who saves the five just for the sadistic pleasure of actively killing the one? My point is this: I think we are mixing apples and oranges here. If we agree that utilitarianism is the goal, meaning saving the five is the best of two bad options, then the fact that it aligns with a sadistic person's intentions is just a coincidence. The outcome is the same. The five people are still alive. Should we judge the result or the soul of the person at the lever? I say we look at the result. We can better understand the core dilemma of the trolley problem by keeping the framework and just make it a matter of numbers, i.e. choosing between 2 people to 1, 5 people to 1, 10 people to 1, 100 people to 1. Can the outcome be quantified and weighted? Do we have the right to act? Now for problem 2. This variant chains the 2 intervention mechanisms together. You are on the bridge with the fat man, and ahead of you is the junction with the lever. You may act, but you also have the choice to do nothing and force the person at the lever to make the decision. My point is this: just like in problem 1, we are mixing things that don't belong together. The core dilemma of the trolley problem is about which outcome is preferred. But here, Alex is using the trolley problem as a framework for a completely different conundrum. For him, it becomes a game of passing the responsibility, and because of that, diverting it from ethics, the study of what is right, to psychology, the study of how we feel about it. By this logic, we could use the tracks in the bridge to analyze the aesthetic value of railway architecture and still call it the trolley problem. I'm not digging that. If we're discussing ethics, let's talk about the lives. If we are discussing who feels guiltier, that's a different show. Problem 3. We are finally discussing a trolley problem by opposing real suffering to virtual suffering. Or so I thought, because Alex again abandons the trolley problem and goes on a tangent about simulated experiences in the general sense. This time we discuss a setup in which on the main track we wave a human and on the secondary track a computer that transfers the exact experience of being run by a trolley to a brain in a vat. If sacrificed, both the human and the brain will have the identical experience of pain and suffering. And again, Alex deviates and uses the trolley problem just as an introduction to an introspection about simulated realities. This time I will split my answer twofold, addressing the trolley and addressing the simulations separately. On the trolley problem, like Alex, I also think that the experiences are equal and the suffering is identical. But I want to emphasize that the outcome is not equal. The human will suffer and die, while the brain in a vat will suffer and live. I'm not sure which is more desirable, a tragedy that ends or a tragedy that continues forever. Like Alex, I might choose to sacrifice the computer, but I feel that my actual reasons for doing so are very different from his. On the attractiveness of a simulation, Alex is posing an interesting side question. If we somehow have the chance to insert ourselves into a better-than-reality simulation, would we choose to do it? My point is this: if at any point I am given the option to enter a simulation that is indistinguishable from reality, then by simple probability, that is proof that I am already in a simulation. The chances of being in the base reality are really, really small. So in that case, without hesitation, I will choose the option that promises more happiness and less suffering. If I'm already in a simulation, I might as well choose the better version of it. Problem 4 deals with 2 levers and an almost certain death. Of the variants presented or even existing, this problem is the most straightforward. You aren't choosing who dies. You are using the geometry of the tracks to save the first person who was otherwise doomed. But there is no real dilemma here, just the logical path to a better outcome. Moving on. And finally, problem 5. In this variant, the tracks are connected in a loop and no one survives. The trolley will eventually hit everyone. The real issue here isn't saving lives, it's about the pre-death trauma and the order in which the victims witness the tragedy. Alex concludes that it's better to have one person witness 5 deaths than 5 people witnessing 1. He's probably right. What we are seeing here is the law of diminishing returns applied to human suffering. The first time the witness sees the trolley hit someone, the trauma is 100%, but by the third, fourth, or fifth time, the mind becomes numb. The marginal increase in trauma for that one person is much lower than the fresh, total trauma experienced by 5 separate people. Nothing to argue with there. Most people think of the trolley problem as being stupid in the sense that it is not solvable. My opinion, as of February 2026, is that the choice is mostly subjective and cannot be generalized. I qualify it as subjective because we each have our own tipping point. I believe that everyone has a limit past which they will definitely pull the lever, and as I already stated, each flavor is unique and has its own preferable answer. For example, 5 versus 1 is a different problem than 1,000 versus 1. They seem similar, but they are not. If 50% choose to pull the lever to save 5, this percentage will increase as the number of people saved becomes larger and larger. Thus, the value judgment becomes more universal.
So those were my 2 cents on Alex's thoughts. If you liked it, come back for more. But I want to know, who do you think was right? Should I diminish and go into the West and remain Galadriel, or should I continue with this type of video? Give me your opinion with a comment or a like, or both, or either, or more. Bye, friends. P.S. Alex, if you ever watch this, I hope you will not get in any way offended. Peace.